How long had you been having the lower back pain, and kind of what were you doing to treat it?
It took about the last year.
Okay.
And I was just taking aspirin to treat it.
Okay.
Just.
Was it helping at all?
The aspirin would help just for a tiny bit, and then sure enough, there it is, that lower back ache, pain, and just I was starting to worry about my posture and everything. So there's like so many little tiny things that were adding up, but the lower back heaviness or pain would be the worst.
As of right now, I know it's been a little over a month or so, I think, maybe longer. Where do you think you are at now compared to back pain when you first started?
It's fantastic.
Yeah?
Surprisingly, too. Just because I have no pain. Nothing. I have no ache even, no anything. In fact, I was scared a little bit because now I wake up thinking, gosh, will I have pain today? Or will I ache? And stuff. And I don't feel that way at all. Now I don't even think about it. It's now far enough along that I don't think about it at all.
Good. That's fantastic.
So, it's wonderful.
Now, could you tell me as much about the multiple sclerosis as you can, about kind of how long it's affected you and what's changed in your life with it?
The hardest thing with MS is that the ability, the fatigue, and the walking, and just the slow breakdown of just your muscles. You start not doing things, and you start forgetting about your posture because you're just happy that you can stand up to go to the restroom or what have you not. And it was diagnosed, and it's been, let's see, 2002, so April 17th, 2002. And I never saw me going down as far as I did, so it was like a slow downhill. And then I get to a certain point where it's like I can't walk, I'm having trouble walking, my balance, forget about balance. I notice that my whole posture is shifting to the side, and then that's when, of course, the aching of the lower back, and the way I'm standing. So that's another thing a lot of people realize, which I've learned from here, is when you stand, when you have MS, you bend your knees. So this thing, just to keep your balance. If you actually had any person who has no disease try to do that, they couldn't do it very long. So of course, then your spine starts curving, and then it creates the aches and makes everything more difficult. But balance is huge. This is just another big, huge difference I've noticed from just coming here. I have my balance back. I don't have any pain, and I'm just stronger all the way, and I'm very conscientious of my posture, and I know what's supposed to feel right. But at first, when I came here, I was like, okay, whatever, let's just try it.
Yeah. What was the fatigue like? Has that been pretty strenuous on you recently?
Fatigue is everything, because your body's working overtime just to stand up and just to walk and just to keep your balance. So it's like a fatigue that you didn't do anything, so how can you be tired? Well, I think that's a huge thing with MS and fatigue, is you don't realize your body's working overtime constantly. And I didn't believe it. I was thinking, well, it makes sense, but I'm not doing anything. So I figured, well, why not try something? I never ever thought I would go to have anything done with my back. I was always athletic. It's like, whatever, what can this do? And it's the MS and fatigue stems, I think, a lot of your body just trying to regain its balance, and posture, huge. And I never would have thought that.
Yeah. Where do you think you are now since when you first started Nuka Care, improvement-wise, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay, I'm going to say like 10. Well, no, I'm going to say 9, because, and the reason I say 9 is because you never know, it can always get better.
What can you do now that you couldn't really do before?
I can stand in line at a grocery store. I can keep my balance, where before I would just I could stand for a certain amount of time, and I have to sit down. I have to sit down. and that part of the fatigue is gone. And the lower back, I can bend down and touch my toes, where before I didn't have the balance to even bend down and touch my toes. So that's huge. I know it's the little things like that, but those little things they add up. And like today I was able, and actually since happening is that I'm very conscientious of my posture, and you know, and such it's fantastic.
How long does it take you now to get going opposed to before with the fatigue?
Oh, that's another thing. Getting going, because before I would have to hold on, stand up, get my balance. Now I can actually stand up, take a second, and then walk. So the fatigue on that is lessened huge. So I don't feel fatigued like I was, because now I feel like I'm not taking all this extra energy, or this extra thoughts too, because that's another huge thing.
Good.
So
now this is a little off what we were kind of talking about before, but I know you had mentioned that, you know, some stomach problems, kind of off the subject, not what a lot of people think can be helped by NUCA or chiropractic in general. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
yes, I thought maybe my back problems, or well, not say back problems, say balance. You kind of come up with things when you have MS. You try to think of, well, what could cause it, or how could it be? Maybe I'm not eating the right foods. Maybe I'm getting too much saturated fat or whatever. And so, like, I was starting to, I think, blame that. But as for the whole digestive thing, so it's not just in stomach problems, it's bowel and bladder problems, the whole thing. What surprised me is in stomach, bowel, bladder, is that this has made it easier. I don't worry about it anymore. I'm not having any problems like I was. This was so far out of my field of anything I thought would work, because I didn't believe in cracking backs and chiropractor, but this is nothing like. So I'm totally happy that I gave it a chance, because otherwise I would still be probably going downhill, where I'm not. Now I'm getting better, and I love it.
Where do you think you are right now on a scale of 1 to 10 without the bowel and
That's gone. That's gone. There's no.
Good. So no more worries about that.
No more worries about that. No more worries about my back pain. The only thing about the back, the balance. Balance is huge. You know, just because now I stand up and I don't sit there and think, what do I have to hold on to, or anything. I actually can stand up and be like, I can walk. You know, I can take that first initial step without wondering if I'm going to lose my balance or strength. I think it's made me stronger all the way.
Yeah. Now you mentioned a little bit how you were skeptical and you weren't into back cracking and all that. Can you describe your first NUCA adjustment? Was it what you thought it was going to be, and did you feel anything immediately?
Okay, to answer your question, the very first time I was just thinking, oh my God, I'm in like a La La Land. I just don't get this. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Nothing else. I'm just gonna try it. So I was very skeptical. And it was nothing that I thought. I thought, how can all this little tiny stuff be anything? So, but I was open to try something. I wasn't going to be closed, but I thought, this and that, this is not going to do anything for me. This is stupid. This is silly, or whatever I should say. And so after the first, but it made sense. After speaking with everybody here, it made sense, and how they explained it made perfect sense. So I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna just give this a try, and I wish I could tell everybody who has all these little things that you think, I wish I could just try it. I would try it.
You're seeing a phenomenal improvement, which is incredible in the past couple months that you've been here. Did you see it or notice it right away, or did it kind of gradually happen over time? It
gradually happened.
Okay.
The first couple times I was like, the third time I was like, well, I'm just going to keep doing it. I was skeptical. I was saying like, oh, maybe it's not working, but maybe. and stuff, but then so right around the third time, all of a sudden, like the fourth time, I couldn't wait to come back here. So because every time I left here after the third time, I was like, you know, I can walk a little better. I could go up the stairs without having to pull myself up the stairs. You know, there's little tiny things that you noticed,